So guys, we've been talking a lot about the upside to the holidays, the parties and the festivities, but there are some people who really find this to be a tough time of the year. So Dr. Denise is joining us so that we can talk about a couple of tips to help you process those feelings as you go through. How you doing?
Great. Thank you for having me back.
Such an important topic because I think this is kind of like the forgotten population during this time of year. So let's talk about the first tip, which is feeling your emotions and grief, but trying not to attach that to actions.
Yes. So, I mean, the holidays are hard for people and they're a very anxious time. So my first tip is, be true to your feelings. If you're sad, feel sad. If you've lost someone, process that, be authentic to that. But what I say is try not to attach too much of an activity to it that you might regret later. So for example, if you stay in bed through the whole holidays and don't go out at single time with your family, that might be an action you regret later.
Exactly. And that goes into the next point of being present. That's just so important. Not just being physically present, but trying to be in the moment, right, Denise?
Yes, so the be here now. Our suffering, Dee, comes from bringing the past into the present. And especially with grief, of course, we're bringing memories forward, but a lot of times that leads to suffering. So it's really true to be here now. You could go out in nature. You could take a walk with your dogs. And sometimes literally just by focusing on your breath, just counting your breath, you come back into the present moment.
Wow.
Which is much more peaceful.
Wow, and it just allows you to appreciate where you are.
Exactly.
Where you are.
Exactly.
And then, I love this one. Being a blessing to others, especially during this time of year. It's just so beautiful, all of the stories we hear about people giving out of the kindness of their hearts, the generosity, but how does that help someone cope?
Yeah, so the key is that when you're suffering with grief or the anxiety, the truth is you're still self-focused, and service is outward focused. And so when we can serve outside of ourselves, and we both know that there's so much need in Southeast Texas, helping people is really a blessing. And so when we learn to give and serve outside of ourselves, we recognize that that's going to bless us. It takes the focus off of us, and it really does help us to work through our grief. And so just, be a blessing to someone else. Perhaps it's someone you don't even know, and it will really, really help your holidays in a good way.
Beautiful advice. Denise, if people want to reach out to you, they just need a little extra help, how can they find you?
So I'm a dose from Dr. Denise on Facebook. That's my name of my business. And each Sunday I record a video called A Dose from Dr. Denise, where I just give tips on how to be more present, more peaceful, more mindful.
Give me some for the doses. We love the doses.